Welcome to the deep dive. Ever feel like you've been on the wrong end of a consumer deal?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe overcharged or, that brand new gadget just died on day two.
Yeah, happens all the time. Frustrating.
Totally. So today we're diving into small claims court. It's actually a real path for, well, everyday folks like us.
Right.
A way to find some resolution without needing like a law degree or spending a fortune on lawyers.
Yeah, exactly. And it's interesting because I think a lot of people just don't even realize it's a solid option.
Yeah.
We tend to think, you just complain to the company or maybe just eat the cost, grumble a bit.
Right. Just give up.
But this system, small claims, it's specifically set up to be accessible for these kinds of, well, consumer problems.
The smaller things.
Yeah, the smaller scale issues that still feel like a pretty big deal when it happens to you.
Oh, absolutely. It's that moment like the dry cleaner ruins your favorite shirt, maybe. Or the online shop sends something completely wrong and you're just hitting a brick wall trying to sort it out.
Well, yeah, getting the runaround.
Exactly. And you might just sigh and think, okay, whatever. But small claims court is actually there for that stuff.
That's what we want to unpack, right? How it actually works.
Yeah, show that it's a real, tangible option without all the usual legal hoops to jump through.
And connecting that to the bigger picture, I think the beauty of it really is that simplicity.
Simplicity, okay.
Yeah, unlike, big formal lawsuits, the rules are generally less strict, more relaxed.
So less intimidating.
Much less intimidating. And in a lot of places, you often don't even need a lawyer. Sometimes you can't even have one there.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, which keeps costs way down,
Mm-hmm.
makes the whole process feel more manageable for the average person trying to sort out a dispute.
Up to a certain amount, I guess.
Right, yeah. It varies, but usually for claims up to maybe a few $1,000s, depending on your local rules.
Okay, let's make this more concrete then. Imagine you hired someone for, say, house painting, paid a deposit,
Mm-hmm.
and they just ghost you, never show up.
Right. Or maybe you bought a used car, and surprise, it's got a massive problem they didn't tell you about.
Yeah, exactly. Those are perfect examples, aren't they?
Prime examples.
Situations where small claims court could genuinely be your next move. It's about those direct deals where something just went wrong and you lost out financially.
And what really stands out, I think, is how the system tries to be efficient.
Quick.
Relatively, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The goal isn't some dragged-out legal saga. It's aimed at a quicker resolution.
So how does that work generally?
Often, you'll basically just present your case directly to a judge or maybe a magistrate.
Just tell your story.
Tell your story, yeah, but crucially, you back it up with evidence. They make a decision based on what you show them.
Ah, okay. So like receipts, contracts.
Definitely receipts, contracts if you have them. Emails are great too. Anything that proves your claim.
Right. It's really about showing them, not just telling them what happened. So
Yeah.
if you have those emails, like you said, where the company promised a refund but then never sent it, that's gold.
That's exactly the kind of thing. Valuable evidence.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, it's not about crafting complex legal arguments.
Just the facts.
Just presenting the facts of your specific situation clearly.
Yeah.
And, concisely.
Makes sense.
And look, while you might not need a lawyer, being organized, that's still key.
Preparedness matters.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Knowing the claim limit in your area, having all your evidence sorted, understanding the basic steps, doing that homework significantly bumps up your chances of, well, getting a fair outcome.
Yeah.
It really is about empowering yourself with that information.
Okay. So wrapping this up, as folks go about their day after listening, maybe just file this info away mentally.
Yeah. Keep it in your back pocket.
The next time you hit one of those really frustrating consumer bumps in the road, just remember small claims court. It's a tool that's actually designed for you, the everyday person, to seek a fair shake without getting totally lost in the weeds of the traditional legal system.
That really is the crucial takeaway, I think. It's about knowing you have options. Maybe think back, just for a second, to a time you felt kind of powerless in one of those disputes.
Right. We've all been there.
Yeah. And now think about how knowing this stuff about small claims court might just shift your perspective a little.
Makes you feel a bit more equipped, maybe.
Exactly. More equipped to handle it if or when it happens again. Knowing you've got recourse and understanding basically how to use it.
If this podcast helped you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Your support helps us keep making these videos. Thanks for watching.